Veterano Plus chest slash push-up workout today. Sweeping out the garage, getting ready to get down on the floor and get to business. Warming up, getting these joints flowing, moving around. It's about as far as my warm-ups are these days. And right into the preliminary exercises. We got our knee raises for the abdominals and the anterior chains. We got handstand push-ups, working on just keeping the tension in the upper back today. Then, of course, we got the squats, going right into the single leg squats. I gotta get rid of that bounce at the bottom of the squat, but I'm focusing today on keeping the knee pressed inwards, really pushing inwards. It's kind of like trying to imagine like as if someone's hand is physically pushing on the inside of my knee and I'm pushing against it. And then we've got our pull-up move of the day. What the hell? I'll do some typewriter pull-ups. These are a lot of fun. Very challenging on a loosely hanging pull-up bar here. You can see that's just hanging by ropes. So every time I move around, I've got some momentum and shifting to deal with. Really feeling good about how my upper back is feeling with these pull-ups and the lats. Bridges, because the previous workout was my bridge workout, and that was really hitting my back. I'm just sticking with a regression today of straight leg bridges. Okay, on to chest, on to push-ups. We've got my chest flies. I love chest flies. I know they're kind of just a bodybuilder move, but I like doing them as a pre-exhaustion. Of course, here I got my suspension ropes with my press blocks. You can see on videos I've got on how to make those. You can also see I've got a little bit more bend on the right side. Well, I don't have it anymore, but I did have a shoulder issue, so right side was always a little bit on the weaker side than my left side, and of course, this is a good opportunity for me to spot these little weaknesses and take care of them. That's why I really advise you to take a video and photos of your own workouts. You see a lot. Warming up a little bit with some close push-ups, just 4 or 5 is all I really need. Getting things in tight, sucking in close to the center line, right into the arch of push-ups. These are ugly today, folks. You may want to look away. I should have some sort of parental advisory label on these things. Reason being, I was out late last night. A buddy of mine was moving back to Wisconsin, so I didn't get home until like 1 o'clock or so. Also, yesterday I was out skiing, so I'm tired today. I'm not feeling my best. I'm not feeling very good mentally and focused, so this is not going to be pretty. But you know what? It's still worth doing. You've got to go through those slogging workouts. Sometimes I like to call them hold your ground workouts. A lot of times you're working out just so you don't slide back and you work on 1, 2, or 2 little tiny details. There's no such thing as a workout that is worthless. It's always going to bring something to you, especially if your mind is focused on trying to improve some little things. So, like in this case, I'm not paying attention to my elbows. That's why my right one's a little more bent. But what I am working on is getting a little bit more upper chest activation with the flies. A lot of people ask me, like, oh, how do you get your upper chest engaged? As if the incline bench is the only purpose for the upper chest. But the fact of the matter is you want to get your entire pectoral musculature involved in every pressing move you ever do, especially any sort of chest movement. So I'm just kind of bringing a little bit more tension in there, really dialing it in. Feeling good on the flies today, but these push-ups, this is a little bit better, a little bit stronger. This is one of the reasons why I'm a big advocate of the standard of 3 sets for your primary exercise. The first set is kind of like a little warm-up set. It's just getting you in the groove, dialing in the tension, getting your mind into the game. Your second set should be your best set. It should be one where you're feeling kind of at your best, your technique is your best, you're more solid, and your third set might be a little better, might be a little worse. It's kind of like a you do it just to make sure you got it kind of thing. But my general approach is if you can't get it done in 3 sets, you're not going to get it done no matter how many you do. So just kind of taking my time. I'm also keeping my archer arm or my support arm in a little bit more here as well, because I know it's like, I'm feeling a little tired. I'm not quite focused on what I'm doing today. I'm a little bit behind the 8 ball, so I'm going to regress it a little bit. I'm going to make it a little bit easier on myself and bring that other arm in just a tad bit so that I can dial in the tension a little bit better in the muscle. Because remember, it's not necessarily about the reps or the sets, it's about the tension in the muscle. So trying a different camera angle here, shooting here in the garage, it's not ideal. Either I shoot it one way and I'm all whitewashed this way and I'm a dark shadow. So we got to work with what we got here, folks. I could go out on the playground for sure. That's probably ideal. But I like to do my pushing exercises here in the garage. Nice solid concrete floor. It's a little bit more reliable than out on the mud and snow. It's kind of a wet day today out there. Getting a good solid pause at the bottom. That's another thing that I'm working on here with the flies. A lot of people like to bounce out the bottom. I'm also working on trying to pull myself into the floor. So my back muscles, my lats, and my biceps are engaged a little bit. It doesn't have to be a huge amount of tension, but a little bit of extra tension helps to stabilize the push-up, especially when you start getting into unilateral exercises like this. Engaging the antagonist muscles is a very key component to helping you regain balance, regain stability. The better your balance and stability is, the better you can dial in your tension, and the more you're going to get out of all of your exercises. So sometimes I hear people say like, oh, stability muscles don't exist. I'll do another video on this, but they do exist, and they're extremely important. For a finisher, I figured I'm just going to finish on my push-up lever here, get some bilateral exercise in, close push-ups. Close push-ups are pretty much the order of my day. I really don't do anything very wide. I do the chest flies wide, but push-ups themselves, I keep the hands underneath the chest. And you can see I'm really just burned out. I can usually, if I'm fresh, get 20 some odd of these lever push-ups, but 5 or 6 is about all I got. And what the hell? One more set on these, just because it was feeling good. I was feeling strong with these, even though I wasn't getting many sets or repetitions in. And usually my workouts are at the gym, so I don't get to play around on my lever very much. It was at the gym, but you know, they said I couldn't have it there anymore, so that's a shame. So I do take advantage of being able to use it when I am home on the weekends. And shotgun muscle for the day is just simple calf raises. Single calf raises, my range of motion is suffering a little bit these days. Again, I went skiing yesterday, and it was a backcountry ski day where I was hiking, so my legs are already kind of tired. But, you know, get what you can with these sorts of things. So there you go, Veterano Plus push-up / chest workout. Let me know if you have questions down below. Till then, be fit, live free.